get this live streamed onto Facebook.
All right. Oops. Welcome everyone to the Let's Get Physical event. We're just gonna do a couple of introductions. Hi, my name is Camila and I am a peer mentor lead. And next we have Mark, if you wanna introduce yourself.
What's up guys, I'm Mark Messina. I am one of your digital community coordinators for the HMC campus, and I am going to be talking about the nutritional segment of this presentation. And I am going to now pass it on to Roma.
Hi everyone, my name's Roma, just like how Mark said. I'm also a lead for peer mentors with Camila, and we're all going to be talking to you guys about the physical wellness. So get ready, let's get started.
Thank you so much, Roma. All right, and now we're going to be starting off. So, ways to support your physical wellness. Everyone knows physical wellness is highly impacted by your physical activity. But other things that can impact your physical wellness is healthy eating, sleeping well, and reducing harm, like engaging in safer sex and less of a substance abuse. So, helping your bodies through exams. These last 2 weeks are probably the most stressful parts of a student's life. So make sure you're always being kind to yourself. Now, also, this being said, do not right now start on any new diets, new exercise plans, because if you are starting now during the most stressful time of the year, it's probably not going to get the goal, or you're not going to hit that achievement that you want. Also, for caring for yourself, make sure you're caring for others like pets, plants, or even a child that you might have around the house. So, most common student pains, and you probably all have felt these types of pains throughout this pandemic time, is tight hip flexors, lower back pain, neck and shoulder pain. I now want to ask a couple of my friends that are here on with me, have you guys felt any other types of pains, or are these super common in students?
Well, for me, lower back pain was the worst, just back pain in general. You know, sitting down all the time, typing on your computers, it's horrible. Even with like typing on your computers and your fingers, you know, getting the tingliness, or with your legs having to be numb.
Yeah, same here. Like I also, oh, sorry. Oh, my bad. No, I also like experienced like a lot of like lower back pain as well as like neck pain. And I feel like that was what resulted in a lot of headaches throughout my days and nights. So gotta watch out for those.
Definitely. Throughout this pandemic and just being a student in general, we can manifest stress in many parts in our body. And that's what leads us to these tight hip flexors, lower back pain. I see in some of the comments, tight jawness. You have, sometimes people have those headaches that everyone's talking about. And that's a way that we are manifesting stress. You might not even know that you're stressed out, but then you get up and you're like, I don't know why, I feel like I slept wrong, my back is hurting. That might just be a way that your body is dealing with that stress. So don't worry. I know I'm saying like, some of you are probably thinking like, oh my God, yes, I get it, I'm stressed, but how can I fix this problem? Well, I have some personal tips that I think that might help you. So the way that we combat this problem is stretching and strengthening those muscles that we have some weakness on and that are impacted by our stress. Next thing is obviously eating well, a well-balanced diet. Again, you probably heard it from your mom or other friends and family. Make sure you eat your vegetables and fruits. Don't worry, Mark is going to help you out with all of that situation. And then staying hydrated. Roma is going to talk about all the importance of our water intake throughout the day. And then also we're going to be talking about how to set up a successful working station, because if you haven't now noticed, school is all online and it's probably going to be online for a long time. So, tips for making time. So listen to your body for those cues. As Roma said, like she feels like she has lower back pain and you might have headaches. So those are just cues from your body trying to tell you that, hey, maybe get out of this position that you're in and start getting up and moving around. Now, that is easier said than done because we do have deadlines to meet those assignments on. So a key way that some students are doing it, and I personally use too, is set a timer on your phone. This helps block out certain times for your work. So I give an example of setting 40 minutes to do a task, even though you break it up into 40-minute blocks. And then after those 40 minutes, if you are one of those people, like many students that want to check TikTok, Instagram, social media, or just get up and walk around, set those 40 minutes. And as soon as you finish those 40 minutes, do like a fun, light activity that you want to do. Incorporate this into your routine and make sure you include a mixture of just mental wellness, physical wellness, and all the wellnesses out there. So a little fun fact, and hopefully I can make this in simpler terms for you. The total time spent of stretching a day that a week holds more value than actual stretch of a whole time. So putting that in simpler terms is we rather use stretch a little bit every single day than stretching or doing that big yoga program at the end of the month. A little bit every single day goes a long way. So now I am going to show you some of these key stretches that you can do right now when you're at home doing your assignments, studying for your exams. So the first stretch I'm going to do, and it's probably our favorite stretch that you can do on a chair, is you want to make sure you're sitting upright, chest proud and tall, and you're going to grab your ankle and put it across your knee that is staying flat on the ground. Then you're going to gently push down your knee, and you should start feeling your stretch around your hip area. If you're like me, you're probably not going to get that your other leg down on a 90-degree angle or parallel to the floor, because that means you are tight. And if you see me, I am tight. Another thing is, if you are not feeling the stretch, what I want you to do is really start bringing your chest towards the leg that is held up. So when you're doing this, I want to incorporate again, make sure you are breathing. Breathing helps get that deeper stretch. So we're gonna breathe in and breathe out. Again, stretches should be held for 15 seconds to 30 seconds. But again, if you only can hold it for 10 seconds, that little bit goes a long way. So again, we're gonna go to the other leg. And I just want to talk about some lifestyle changes that you should do, especially if you do have this tight hip flexor pain. When you are studying, maybe mix it up. When you're reading your notes, maybe stand and walk around your house, walk around your kitchen, take a couple of laps around the kitchen with your notes in your hand. Please don't run into anything. I don't want any stub toes. So make sure you are aware of your surroundings, but take those walking breaks. Next, also, we're going to talk about how to change your work area so maybe you can get a better sitting position. I personally use a Bosu ball for my seats, and it does help and has been helping a lot with my back pain, but I know it's an investment, so we are going to talk about simple ways you can change your work space. So the next one we're going to be talking about is that lower back pain. As Mark and Roma explained, this is probably another common one that a lot of you guys are feeling right now. So a couple of the stretches we're going to be doing is going to be the simple one of your back rotation. Since we're always standing up straight, This is a very simple stretch you can do at your chair. So all you want to do is make sure you're standing tall. I'm going to back up again, just so you can see my full body. So you're going to stand up tall. What I want you to do is the opposite hand, you're going to hold the back of your chair with one hand, and the opposite hand, I want you to reach to the other side and make sure you're standing tall. If you are really tight, you're going to hear your back crack or hear those popping noises. Don't worry, you didn't break your back. It's just your back releasing. And what I want you to do is hold for another 10 seconds. Breathe in and breathe out. Awesome. So now again, if you're turning this way, make sure you put your hand on the back of the chair, and your opposite hand, you want that hand to move you into the direction of which way you want to twist. So breathe in, breathe out. Awesome. These are just some simple stretches that we can do. There are other stretches up here. Another one is where you just make sure your chest is straight. You want to touch the ground and really just let yourself hang. And you might feel a release that way. Another one is bringing up your leg like a little knee hug and leaning back in your chair. And this will also help alleviate that back pain. So another lifestyle changes that we want you to take, again, getting those standing walking breaks, changing up your space so you can both sit and stand, and also, again, choosing that supportive chair. Now, shoulders and neck pain. How many of you guys have probably woken up and couldn't move your neck, especially during this time? And again, this is where your stress might be manifesting. So a good shoulder stretch and neck stretch that you can do on your chair is simple. Just make sure you have your hands down to your sides. Let them relax, stand up straight tall, and make sure you roll your shoulders back. Next, what you want to do is slightly turn your neck to one side and hold. Now, if you want to feel a deeper stretch, I'm going to show you. The neck that you're the opposite direction of the neck, you want to put your palm facing out. And then you might want to add a hand hold. Awesome. And hold, make sure you're breathing and relax. Again, if you feel it already like this, if you want to incorporate a more of a stretch, you can put your hand on your head and really pull your head down. Great. Another one, if you're feeling a tight upper back or shoulder pain, is bring your hands facing towards you and just roll your head in between your arms. You should start feeling your shoulder blades stretching out. And again, this is a great shoulder and scapular stretch, or your shoulder blade stretch. And again, we always want to hold stretches for 15 to 30 seconds is ideal. But again, if you do those little increments, if you only hold it for 5 seconds in between your breaks and stuff like that, it's just a little bit goes a long way. Another lifestyle tips if you are having your neck pain or shoulder pain is, again, obviously taking those breaks, but maybe instead of just looking down on your phone like this, hold it up and go like this. You might get questions if you're taking videos, but again, this is for your health and you want to make sure your neck is feeling great. Okay, now we have Emily, who couldn't be here with us, but she created an at-home wellness video for you to make your desk space an ergonomically friendly workplace. So let's listen to what Emily has to tell us.
Hi there.
All right, Camilla, I don't think we can hear the video.
Oh yeah, I think you might have to stay unmuted probably.
Oh, I muted myself, so there's no background
Yeah.
noise. Okay, let's try this again.
Hi there. My name is Emily, and today I'm going to be
Awesome.
talking about seat posture and how to make your workplace ergonomically friendly. So let's start about seated posture. Your back has a natural curvature to it. However, most chairs don't have the proper lumbar support, which means that you're going to lean back as well as rotate your hips in order for your low back to get that support that it needs. However, in doing so, you're causing your spine to be straightened, losing that natural curvature. So an easy fix for this is you're going to grab a pillow, and if you need to, you can fold it in half, and you're going to place it behind you, between your back and the chair, right where your low back is. This is giving your low back the proper support it needs while maintaining the proper curvature. Next thing we're going to talk about is your screen. Most people have their screens below their eye level, which means that their neck is being pointed downwards. This creates tension in your neck and can even lead to headaches. So an easy fix for this, especially in college students, is you're going to grab as many textbooks or any other stuff you can stack. And what you're going to do is you're going to place that in front of you and then just put your laptop in front. And if you have a computer, you can usually adjust it so that you make the screen at your eye level. This way, it's not causing the neck to be pointed downwards. Last thing I want to go over is your wrist posture. So your wrist in a neutral stand is straight like this. However, most people, when they type, they cause their wrist to be flexed. So again, easy fix is you can grab a pillow, fold it in half if you need to, and you're just going to place it right in front of your laptop. This way, your arms are properly supported, keeping that wrist in a neutral position. And there you go. Apply these methods and your body will thank you.
Awesome. That was great tips from Emily, telling us some quick and easy ways that you can fix your ergonomic desk space. So please, 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 maybe try these out and really find out what works best for you, because you know your body best. Next, we have Mark talking about the nutrition.
What's up, guys? I'm Mark. Probably already knew that. But before I kick off the nutrition segment of this presentation, I believe that it is super important to know this fact that is displayed on your screen right now. And that is that the brain actually uses 20% of the body's energy. Now, you might be thinking, why is exactly this important, Mark? Well, you see, our bodies operate like machines every single day, which means that we'll, of course, require food when we eventually get hungry. Eating food supplements our bodies with nutrition to give us essential energy. However, this does not mean that we can eat any kinds of food that we want whenever we want, such as going to McDonald's, going to Krispy Kreme. Although, you know, those foods do taste good, doesn't mean that they are good for you. And, you know, this is very much similar to the analogy that I'm going to make of how, you know, cars can run a lot more smoothly or even longer based on the different types of gasoline that the tank is filled with. There are many differences in the food that we should be eating based on the nutritional and at times even athletic goals that we set for ourselves. And of course, if you don't have any specific goals in mind other than to simply just, you know, eat healthy or even lose weight for that matter, this is why we are here to offer you some advice. So with that being said, let's dive right into what we're going to be eating for today. All right. So when it comes to nutrition, there is no, you know, straight path or, you know, like one size fits all kind of plan to go along with. However, there are a lot of different kinds of foods and all of them offer different kinds of benefits. So this is very important to keep in mind. However, there is a really common misconception that people think about, which is that fatty foods are bad for you. And today I am going to totally bust that myth. This is true for many kinds of foods that are prepared, you know, like pre-prepared, pre-packaged, processed, and even filled with a lot of trans fat. However, this is actually very different compared to natural fats that come in fresh and whole foods, such as more of the popular kinds that you see on food networks and YouTube videos like avocados, organic peanut butter, which, to be honest, you should probably eat that in moderation, but it never hurts to get something that tastes kind of sweet in there, you know, kind of lighten the mood. There's also salmon that has a lot of omega fatty acids, and hard-boiled eggs, which is probably the most clean version of any kind of egg you can eat, more so than, you know, sunny side up, scrambled, etc. And of course, some good old nuts. So many of these misconceptions are due to the lack of research and knowledge, as well as believing in word of mouth information. However, you know, doing some sort of reading or research will benefit you in the long run. And of course, knowledge is power, so be sure to do that. Another reason why people need fats from food is because it actually helps to absorb certain vitamins from other foods, such as vitamins A and C. And the reason why we need fats is because our bodies actually cannot produce fat itself. So be sure you're eating enough fats throughout the entire week. So this is pretty much why health professionals always stress that a balanced diet is super important, because even though you are eating, you know, like a lot of fruits that contain a lot of vitamins, if you don't have enough fats stored in your body, you're not going to fully get all of the benefits from these fruits that you're eating. Now, like, this is nice and all, but you're probably wondering, you know, where should I begin, right? There's so much food. Well, for starters, we can begin with something easy to pick up on the go. And like I said, nuts are a really good source of fats. Not only that, they also include various other kinds of nutrition, such as fiber. And some common ones include unsalted almonds, pistachios, which my mom really loves, cashews, which my dad really likes, and even chia seeds, especially if you put it in some strawberry yogurt or just normal plain Greek yogurt. And of course, if you are allergic to nuts, then you can always go with the alternative, which is buying fruits, which are also inexpensive. So like apples, pears, tangerines, bananas, and my personal favorite, blueberries. Now, keep in mind that this is only for snacking really quickly on the go, like if you gotta catch a train or whatever, or you know, catch the school bus. But typically for bigger meals like lunch or dinner, you want to be sure that you're getting enough protein. And you can do so by simply eating chicken and even ground turkey, which a lot of bodybuilders and trainers typically tend to rely more on, since it's a leaner cut of meat. And for any of you who are vegan, you can also go for this fermented soybean alternative called tempeh, which actually doesn't taste that bad. You'd be surprised, you know, how many different kinds of vegetarian options there are that actually taste good. And I think some places actually sell vegan hamburgers, so I gotta try that one day. But yeah, of course, you're also going to need to get your daily dose of vegetables in. So cabbage, spinach, asparagus, broccoli, and bok choy, which is included in a lot of different Asian cuisines. And I'm just going to touch a little bit on broccoli here, because it is actually the easiest, or one of the easiest to prepare. It's one that I eat on a weekly basis. And pretty much all you got to do is just wash it, slice it up, and then boil and or steam it, however method you like. And it only takes 8 or so minutes. So that's everything for eating for energy. And now, of course, one of the biggest concerns when it comes to eating healthy is the cost. And it's already pretty common knowledge that eating healthy organic foods are typically going to break the bank at some point. So when it comes to eating healthy, pretty much all you need is like a little creativity. And although some of these options that I'm going to list aren't the healthiest or the most fresh, you can always go for frozen fruits, frozen veggies, and they still go a long way because they contain little to no added preservatives. And that's pretty much because like the whole freezing process itself is a preservation method on its own already. So another method for you guys to eat on a budget is just cooking in bulk. Because pretty much you're just buying a whole lot of food for so little, and pretty much you're not even going to sacrifice a lot of the nutritional benefits as long as you're eating healthy, clean, and hitting your daily required amount of nutrients. And I know this is like a lot for you guys to take in, but I'm just going to wrap it up by saying that my overarching lesson for all of you is to simply just do your research, please. Like read a book or two about some good old healthy recipes. Know and listen to your body, and of course, just have fun with it. Because who doesn't love food? It'll help you so much in the future, and you'll most likely thank yourself. Anyways, that is it for the nutritional segment of the presentation. Moving it along to my good friend here, Roma.
Okay, so water. Guys, I know every single person says this. Your parents say, your mom especially goes around saying, drink water. It's so, so important. There is a myth that says tea and coffee will always dehydrate you. But guys, it's just a myth. All liquids help you stay hydrated, but water is the best option. Yes, they say, water clears up your skin, water helps with weight loss, and that is actually true. They actually help very, very much, especially if you're trying to lose weight. You need water. Lubricate your body and your joints, okay? Okay, so at the moment, we're just gonna talk about a few apps that, our team loves. These are apps that we all have downloaded. I know, especially me, all these eating apps, I have them all. They're my favorite. I love food. And as Mark was saying, eat healthy. Personally for me, I hate eating healthy, but sometimes you have to. And at times when you start cooking, you start noticing that, healthy actually tastes really good. So some apps that we do love is Slumber, Lona, Tide, Headspace, and Calm. These are all apps that are used to, calm yourself, give a little lullabies or some sounds that could help you sleep. They also track your sleeping times. So, some people who like to stay on a routine, maybe wake up at an 8 a.m. so they can have a good start of the day. These apps are very, very helpful. Eating apps, Rise Up, Meal Lime, Tasty, Plan to Eat, Simply Fasting. They're very, very good apps to have when you guys want to, just have something that is like a cookbook on the go. Anytime you go anywhere, have them open to start cooking. Only if you have a kitchen, not like on the ground space anywhere. But these are amazing apps to have. I use Tasty a lot and Simply Fasting. Those are my main two apps that I usually go to. Tasty because it has all the sweets and stuff, but I use Simply Fasting because I am starting to do intermediate fasting. It's helping very much because it actually records the timing that you guys are using for what time you had ate, and actually calculates the whole time that, okay, this is the meal time I had. Now, when is my next one? It also gives reminders to drink your water, okay? I'm going to keep reminding you guys, please drink your water, okay? And some moving apps, I know having to be in quarantine, everyone is tired. Everyone is like, grouchy because they're sitting around. Like how we mentioned before with Camila, it's very good to get some fitness in, some action, just a little movement in your body. And these apps are amazing, especially if you're going through anxiety or if you have, you've been sitting around for too long. It's really nice to just get a little relaxing moment just for yourself. Yoga is one of them. I have this app downloaded, and it actually is very good for beginners. Like myself, I had no clue what yoga used to be. And they have small little meditations that you can sit, relax, and listen to. And also, for beginners who've never done yoga, what type of poses you guys could do. Then Be Fit, Nike Training Club, Home Workout, and Strava. All these are very good apps if you're into working out, maybe gaining some muscle, losing some weight, even if it's just, a normal exercise you just want to do to stay fit. And again, COVID is happening, so it's very good to always stay fit. You want to keep your immune system up. And these are the apps which, we recommend for you guys to use.
Thank you so much, Roma, for sharing all these apps that we personally like. Again, like speaking about, I'm just seeing on the comments, like people love Headspace. They're saying that like it keeps them in like a little Zen kind of moment. And again, Strava is an app that is actually the Sheridan Athletics is using. So if you guys want to download that and you need some more guided information on how to do a workout, it's definitely an app you should check out. And again, Mark, we have some people saying they like adding spinach to their smoothies. I don't know what type of smoothies you guys like, but my personal favorite is probably like a strawberry banana with like a lot of berries and then adding that little spinach so I can get my fiber in. So yeah. All right. So we're just gonna read out the comments. Barack Obama loves broccoli, supposedly. Little fun fact over there. I mean, maybe it made him smart. Maybe we should all start eating broccoli. Achieve great things. Okay, well, that is the wrap up of our presentation. I want to give, again, a huge thank you for everyone who did tune in. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to put it in the chat right now. If not, you guys are free to go, and thank you again. And hopefully this information gave you a little bit of peace of mind. If you are feeling some type of pain, you're not going crazy, and maybe some tips on how to get some physical wellness in your life. Bye, everyone.